Alright, damn, this is the last of it right here. It is, and I should be enjoying it rather than talking to you, but I don't know, here I am. Um but it's like I don't even know where I'm going with this. So I'm just gonna start fucking talking shit. But I guess I know where I want to start. And that says as a story writer. Oh my god. Like my biggest and biggest fear is that all my characters will just be different iterations of me. Like I'm a narcissistic story writer, and I can't, and I won't be able to write. Shut up! I'm trying to make a video here. I won't be able to write. That's Smokey. Oh, that's the Bandit right there. Bandit. Anyways, like my biggest fear is that I won't be able to write characters that are not me. Because like the worst story writers, they do that. It's just like all these characters are just different iterations of the same narcissistic bitch. You know. Although, I don't think there are any absolutes in story writing. I don't. Like recently, I haven't written them down yet, but recently I started creating this story in my head, and it's like every single one of these characters are different iterations of me, but it was still a fun story to write, and I loved all the fucking characters in it, and it was just like fuck, and I don't really have an ending to it, but I have the beginning and middle, and I have the passion and fucking emotion of it all. But it's fun. It's fun. But there's no absolutes in fucking story writing shit. But at the same time, it's like, like I like damn, like I'd love to see stories with all these different characters interacting, and I want to create a character that is not me, and I think like as a story writer, I pride myself. Like most of the characters I write are not me. Actually, 99% of them are not me. I've only ever written one character that's kind of like me. Like there's this character in Naruto, and he's a shadow ninja. He's this fucking shadow ninja, but he just wants to look up into the clouds, and he just wants to have a good day, damn, like he just wants to have a good fucking day, and that's it. And it's like, fuck, that's me right there. That's Shadow Ninja. He just wants to have a fucking good day. Without all the fucking stupid ass fucking drama and shit. Oh my god. All that, like, fucking, he just wants to be happy, and he just wants to fucking have a good day without all that stupid fucking drama. But like I don't know, for me it's like I always love to people watch, and I still do, and it's harder and harder to do as you get, when you're a kid, you can people watch, because you can just like open your eyes and look around and the kid's looking at you and you don't care. But like if an adult's looking at you, then your fucking ego's, oh, what are you looking at? What are you looking at? You know, it's just like, fuck. You know, as we get older, we get dumber. Yeah. But like, damn, you know, like if you're gonna be a good story writer, then you have to try to fucking love everybody, despite it all. You gotta put yourself in their shoes, and you gotta be their defendant before God. And sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes you'll lose a case here or two. You know, sometimes you will, and that'll be sad for you and for God, because God wants all of us to just fucking love each other. Yeah, shut up. He's a manipulator, bandit. He's got such innocent eyes. Hey, look at me. Hey, look at me. But man, he's fucking curious. And this one, he's playful. He's fucking playful as hell. And the other one, like, I saw his picture and he was like giving these evil fucking eyes. And I'm like, ooh. But he's just like so like loving, right? And cuddling. And needy, very, very needy. You know, it's like sometimes it's about magnetism, you know, and neediness can produce a magnetism of love and heroism that is just not matched. And it's all just fake and false. It's all just fake and false, man. And and it's all like, because I was on the streets one time, and like I met this guy. He was total fucking drunk, and he was homeless drunk on the streets, and you can judge him. You can judge him. But I started talking to him one day, and he was a chill, gentle guy, and that's why I started talking to him. Because like usually I try to stay away from toxic ones. And then, you know, he's drunk, so maybe you could say he's toxic. But I started talking to him, and I think he was around my age, maybe younger. He was around my age, but maybe younger. And I had learned that like both his daughters had basically, like, I think it was like blood cancer. I don't know what it was, but they had this just rare fucking thing, and both of his daughters, they both died in his arms. They both died within his arms. Like both of his beloved daughters died within his arms, and he just gave up after that. Like he was like what all you would see is a good man before all that. But then both of his daughters, they died in his own arms from this like blood disease that was probably given to them, so they were probably poisoned. And like this man, he didn't need any of you. He didn't need any of you. He had given up. He had given up. And there's a difference, but you would never know that if you categorize everybody as either homeless or poor or middle class or rich. If those are your categories, then you're a terrible fucking person. You're a terrible fucking goddamn person. Because there's a lot of terrible, evil people in the streets, and I met them and I've tried to avoid them. But there's some good people on those streets. Just like there's some terrible, evil, poor people. But guess what? There's some good fucking poor people out there too. Same with the middle class, and even same with the rich. Even same with the rich. It's about the heart. It's about the fucking goddamn heart. And that little bitch, he's a manipulator. Yeah. Now look at him. He looked down when I said that. look at him. I did that. I was hanging out with Aaron the other day. I went down there because I needed more beer, and I'm like, hey Aaron, can you drive me to the store so I can get more beer? And he was like, okay. But he and his father-in-law were fixing this car up, so I had to wait a bit. So I was sitting there, and I started playing with Aaron's pit bull. But as soon as I started playing with Aaron's pit bull, like Aaron came up, he's like, oh hey, don't play with the pit bull. But I'm like, fuck you, I'm gonna play with this pit bull. And like this pit bull, he got my forearm in his mouth, and I started struggling, and then I let him win, and I did exactly that. You know, I put my head down once he won, right? And then we did it again. And then I won the second time, right? And I don't know if this dog is thinking in the same way I am. I don't think he was. But I won that second time, and I was like, haha, bitch. Like, I beat you. I'm like, fuck you. And then we did it a third time, and he beat me. And then we did it a fourth time, and he beat me. But on the fifth time, he was on it. And he just started, like, he was about to fucking, like, take my fucking hand off. And I was just like, okay, I submit. You know? And I fucking ran away eventually. But I don't know, animals are funny. No, they're funny. But he did it. Like, that's what he just did just now. He like put his head down. But don't believe that bitch. I think he's much stronger than he pretends to be. The bandit.